So someone may ask, why has divorce rates increased in our society? I'll tell you a story. There was a celebrity a couple of years ago that got married, and it was the talk of the town wedding. The who's who of the society went, dignitaries, all of the very important people in the society was at that wedding. In fact, that wedding was aired on live TV. However, about 3 months down the line, we heard that they were already about to get divorced. What really happened? While we might not have the details of what went down, I see a lot of women, ladies, making the same mistake, not investing properly into learning how marriage should be done before actually going into the marriage. What I see even most times is that a lot of people invest in the wedding ceremony itself. They invest in the hair, the makeup, spend millions on renting halls, cake, MCs, DJs, and all of that for a 1 day event. Meanwhile, marriage is beyond all that happens on the wedding day. In fact, marriage is way more important than all of the things that happen on the wedding day. So while there's a lot of investment going into the wedding ceremony, there are really no investments that go into the building of the foundation of the marriage. Take, for instance, the Burj Khalifa that we know, the tallest building in the world. It has 163 floors. But I tell you that the foundation of the Burj Khalifa itself is not something that is just shabby. It is about 16-story buildings down into the ground that holds Burj Khalifa up. What am I trying to say? I'm saying that the foundation, the basic principles that you learn, that you invest in before the marriage itself is what will now help the marriage to build strongly on the foundation that you have built for that marriage before entering into the marriage. So the wedding, the 1 day affair, yes, it is important. But I tell you that if you have a wedding with just the pastor and the father and the mother and the bride and groom, that wedding has also been done. So it's not as important as the marriage itself. What are you investing into the marriage? What are you learning about marriage? How have you seen working marriages and what is making them work? Have you really checked out how do you want your own marriage to be? And what have you set into motion to help your own marriage, to help build the solid foundation for your marriage? So I tell you that the wedding ceremony, yes, it is important, but it is just a 1 day affair. But marriage is for the long haul. So what do you need to do? You need to invest properly into the foundation of your marriage before you enter into the marriage. Remember to look before you leap. Remember to invest before you go into your marriage. So wedding ceremony is just a day affair, maximum maybe 2 or 3, or even some people do a week affair. However, marriage is not 1 week, not 1 year. It is supposed to be for the rest of your life. So we do not major on the minor things, but rather we major on the major thing.